What's up, Rockstars? Welcome to the spoiler video for Oathsworn. This is the unboxing where I show all the secrets, all the little nooks and crannies that you were excited to see. And that really just means a whole bunch of really cool freaking minis. So let's not dilly-dally about and get right to it. Thank you to my channel sponsor Into the AM. As a company that believes hard work and a great product is a proper way to conduct business, I am delighted to have them as part of the channel. They have some of the coolest graphic t-shirts around and an absolute best fit and feel that has continually exceeded my expectations. With new shirts arriving all the time and other products like boxers, hats, and even a monthly shirt club, I wholeheartedly recommend them to you. Check out the link in my description of this video for an exclusive 10% off everything they sell. Now, as always, a huge shout out to my patrons and YouTube members for their financial support. It is through them that this channel is possible. If you appreciate the videos I make every single week and you can give even $1 a month, there's a link down in the description below. Thank you so very much. With that out of the way, let's go into it. Alright guys, let's dive into some spoilers. Now, I am not going to unbox every little thing here. That's of limited use, I think, to anybody, even with interesting spoilers. But I am curious what's in this one because, again, it's a little bit thicker. And then we can look at what a typical thing here is. But again, watch at your own risk. There are timestamps down below. Of course, you can just check out the minis if that's all you want to see or something like that. But here, it looks like we have some new tiles that do something. Some kind of overlay. It looks like shadow people of some kind. Do you see that? It looks like they're people. But they're like shadow people, which looks kind of cool. I dig that. Okay, I don't know what the heck's going on there. Something. Okay, so we got a whole new tile overlays there that we got to deal with some people. So that's cool. Okay, and then let's look at mystery envelope A, and then we'll just consider the rest to be kind of like that. So this has probably maps and stuff. Yes. Okay, so this is. Oh, is this a whole, like, over? Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay. Woo, hold on. Oh, this is nice quality too. This is great. Okay. Here is a new map, essentially, that has maybe different things that have happened in it or something like that we will see. Is there any more? Is it just this thick? It's just that thick? Interesting. On the back, it looks just like really nasty parchment. So it's just a new map that allows you to do different things, I imagine, and maybe go to different locations or something like that. So nothing huge there, and maybe that's what the other ones are, just those unique maps. Maybe not. Don't know. I'm not going to spoil everything, but that's nice quality. Like this is really good quality. Really good quality. I love the feel of that. Oh, it feels awesome. It's wonderful. Okay, so that's probably what those are. And then again, we got some token things there, so that's kind of cool. Okay, moving on from that. These all look the same. I'm not too concerned about that. We can look at a typical like story thing and see what the heck the journal's about. Okay, so because we got the storybook plus the journal, like what's the difference there? Well, let's see. Draw to the page of this book, use its page numbers. Okay, I mean, whatever. So it looks like it's just different things here. You get to choose different things to do, and then you kind of follow. You turn to journal entry 15 or journal entry 14 or 20. It has some like the capitalized stuff or like instructions on what to do. But yeah, anyway, just whatever. Decipher the forwards below. Oh, look at that. So we got some, this is kind of cool. Write them down, your answers to continue. So there's some kind of puzzle stuff here. I loved this in Arena, so I'm glad to see that here. That's actually awesome. That's cool. I'm glad I opened that up to take a look. That's super cool. All right, let's look at these, because these were kind of interesting. These are like exploration kind of things by the looks of it, of some kind. So let's go ahead and pop it open and see. There we go. See a typical one anyway. It looks like we can see the back one, but I want to see if there's any differences or not in the whole deck. Because sometimes, you know, who knows? This is the Wire Road. Is this all the Wire Road? No. No, it is not. Actually, most of them are not. Oak, Ruin City. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Strange Vines, Stone Circle. and then a whole bunch of these. And then in the very back, just a few things that I don't even, who knows what they're there for. I'm sure we're told to pick one or the other. Deepwood Journey rules. The Deepwood Journey mechanic is a new form of navigation sometimes usable in the Deepwood. There are 2 types of standard tiles, clear and blocked. Okay, so this is like a whole way of doing things. Interesting, look at that. So they all kind of look like that, but sometimes they have stuff of a Bloodthorn bridge. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. I dig that. I don't recall that. My prototype, I never had that anyway. All right. There we are there. Okay. There's that box. Let's see, anything else of interest? I guess we can take a look at some of the... Actually, this might be... Oh, man. Look at the art on that, by the way. That is freaking killer. That is awesome. I love that kind of art. I really do. Like, it's just cool. It's just cool. Alright, well, it looks like we got some AI cards here, so we can take a look at that. We got some really cool looking... I don't even know what's going on there. Some items and whatnot. So, yeah, this is some kind of boss. They can hurl things. Some backhand, tail whip, screech. Okay, yeah, so this is the Broodmother. Gnaw, encourage. Yep, okay. So that's her deck here. And again, it should be 1, 2, and 3 is what that is. And then we have the Warlord here, which is like some kind of cool Grimblade, Midnight, Stormsire, Theosis. Really cool stuff here. Legacy of the Forgotten King. Oh my gosh, these are amazing. These are unique items. And then different curatives that you can have. Or no, this is the curative you can have if you get this injury. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Alright, so we'll put this back there. Those are some cool freaking items, I can tell you that much. Alright. And I imagine each deck has some of those, but you can kind of see how cool those are. Alright, let's look at the storybook. So you can kind of see a typical thing here. It's very similar, as you can see, but it has these second dots. This is 17.6, 17.7, 17.8. It's a little bit more organized there. But again, the same kind of thing, succeed and fail. They do have these little art that you see sometimes. All right, there's chapter 2. We can stay in chapter 1. It's not a big deal. I'm trying to see if there's more art than that. That's like right outside the city gates. There's some choices you can make there, I recall. It doesn't really look like it. And this is all the stuff in there. So it's kind of weird that's not the end. But maybe it's not really at the end for how you kind of digest it, which works. I want to take story rulebook and kind of want to take both of these out for later use or some personal use. All right. Oh, let's look at the things that we're like, don't look at these. Well, let's look at them. All right. Special rules. Look at number 1 here. Oh, okay. These are just the bosses, right? So here, I'll go and spoil what you're gonna fight. The Satyr as the second one. I have fought him before. Good luck. That's all I'm gonna say there. Good luck. It's much different than the Broodmother. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. I'm sure some of you are watching this have actually already played a little bit and might already know that. In which case, let other people find out. Okay, so that's, I think, everything that we kind of left there in the core box. But there are a whole bunch of minis and stuff to look at. So let's look at those. Oh, we also got the art book. And these, I think, let's look at these. I think these are just the city maps. Nicer, if I recall correctly. I mean, again, it's been, what, wasn't this the end of 2019? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's fun. Are these just bigger? Oh, they're non-folded versions. That's right. These are just rolled instead. Which is super nice. So you could like hang these up somewhere, something like that. A little compression there. A little compression there. It's pretty tight. But I don't think that's going to be the end of the world, per se. There's a lot of them. Come on. There we are. Okay. Now I'll never be able to wrap it this tightly again. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, this is a different place. Thrace. So here's a little spoiler there for you. Oh my gosh, and then smaller ones here. I'm gonna have to. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! What is going on there? Wow! 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 So yeah, whoop. We're gonna. I'm gonna have to wind this up the separate way. Oh man, look at that! You can see. Though there's just so many different ones. They all look amazing. They look really, really nice. It looks like quite the adventure we're going to go on. Oh, look at that one there. Grim Hollow. Love these. Alright. Let's stick that in here. And yeah, I'll have to definitely... yeah, that's not going to go in right now. Wrap that the other way. Kind of see if I can't flatten those out. Because those look great, but right now they're super wound up. Alright, let's look at the art book. Actually, no, we'll look at the art book afterwards. Let's look at the minis first. So, all right, Mystery Chest 1. Let's go ahead and open her up. Looks like I might already have enough of a start here. I'll take it. I'll take it. Ooh. There we are. Going on that. There we go. Alright. On the back, yep, it's just a whole lot of rain. It's just wet. Alright, get these pop up really easily. Perfect. Okay, is there a number 1? What are these? Where's number 1? Is number 1 and the number 2? Alright, let's look at the number 1. Must be mystery box number 2. Unless this might go a little deep. No. Okay. And again, I don't know what these even are. Like, what is that? We'll have to see what that is too. Alright, so I'm assuming this is just kind of a normal tray here. And again, it's upside down. That's weird. Aha! Okay, so these are some of the village people guys here. So I wonder if 2 involves her little rat guys, or what's going on there. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So these, I believe you got... I think these were the standees. That's what I want to say. There's 2 versions, a guy and a girl. So I'm going to look at the lady first, since she's above them. That was a weird whistle. Okay, so again, I love the gaps here. I think that looks great. The hair, I think, looks really good. So that's looking great. All the clothes look good. I love the patch here, so you can tell they're, making do with what they have. Ground looks awesome, of course. A little bit of a nub there. The weapon looks nice. I like that. This isn't too thick or anything like that. Her fingers look good, nice and defined. Yeah, I mean, and again, like the chin and the brow, all that looks great. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. It's as simple as that. Let's take a look at him. Okay, got a hammer and an axe, and just like a regular logging axe. Neither of these are makeshift weapons. Her weapon actually looks a lot more legit. Love the difference in texture here on his base. I really enjoy that, actually. A little bit of a nick here and there. Bases are still standing nice and straight. I like the little satchel. He also has his hood up. It's weird that they both have hoods up. Wonder why that is. He had to sew on his sleeves by the looks of it, which is kind of funny. Both are wearing a belt, nice boots. Looks good. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of them in there. And look, see, this has the divot. Weird that the base doesn't. It's like this has locking lids and divots, and then the core game has no divots and no locking lids. It's kind of interesting to note. All right, this guy is awesome. So I'll talk a little bit about fighting him, just in general, right? So the difference is that, first of all, that's a person. We'll check the size on that. and I think Rob showed this early as well. So I thought about putting this in another video, but I was like, no, I'll keep it where it's at. He's like ranged, and he can like teleport around. So you're like chasing after him a lot to do the damage, which is just, again, very different than the Broodmother, who you can just kind of charge into. He's running away and spamming AoEs at you and stuff like that. That just give it a different feel. Okay, so it just fits right in like that. Okay, let's see, do I have my character work? Here. I have my painted version. Let's see. It looks pretty much correct. Size-wise, I would say he might be slightly small, but just slightly. His face looks a little bit smaller, and I think if she was standing straight, she would definitely, I think, be taller. So, nobody said he's, you know, the same size or the same age, and I'll leave it at that, but definitely, I think, a little bit smaller than normal. Okay, but yeah, this freaking goat shaman dude, I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, come on. It looks great. So this is glued in there, which I actually appreciate. It is connected to his arm here. It looks kind of silly, but just a little bit. Just in the fact that it's like skinny, it gets like much fatter, and then it gets skinny again, if that makes sense. So that makes it look a little bit funny. The veins on here look amazing. The fur on the hooves look great. I love the topography of his base compared to that. It's a lot more dry. There's even a rune here on there, which is very interesting to see. Very interesting. There's some skulls here, which again are very small, even smaller than his, I think. So unless he has kid skulls, I think they're a little bit small for the human skulls are supposed to be. And you have a big skull here. One thing I'm noticing is there's a complete melting right here between his and here, let me zoom in so you can really see what I'm looking at there. The skull and his like loincloth there just looks really kind of melted there. Kind of really gets melty. He does have a navel. That's interesting. This strap here, not too thick, looks great. Some softening of the fur here as well. So you can see there's like this fur texture, and then it gets like completely soft here. So there's like nothing there at all. Beard here looks great. Teeth look great. Eyes look great. The ram horn textures are amazing. Love the ears. The claws look really good. I love the big gap in the hooves. That looks awesome. Going up here, this looks a lot more crisp of a separation than the other one. I love this rope. This rope is amazing and very commendable. Very nice. Again, this texture on the hair looks really good. So I really appreciate that. A big old satchel. There's a foot hanging out of there. Do you see that? That's a nice little touch. I love that. Again, painted, that shows up really well. So that, and who knows what that part is then. Yeah, I think he looks awesome. I love him. He is super cool. Super cool. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, so I got number 3 here. Let's take a look. See what damage is coming our way. I keep forgetting it's upside down. It's so weird. Ah, the worm. All right, so here we have the worm. Super excited for this. Really am. It's gonna be super cool. Again, with the locking lid, it's surprising that the tape felt needed. Maybe they know better. Okay. All right. This is in 3 pieces. Look at that. Oh, it's gonna be so cool, guys. Such a cool fight. I loved this fight. This was perhaps my most memorable fight. So what happened here, this is just one thing that happened to me, is it ate me. And so I literally, like, people were trying to attack this side of it because I was like in its stomach, and I was trying to attack from the inside. Meanwhile, it was moving me through the ground and crushing me and hurting me. Well, I'm like, it's like in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when Drax goes inside of that big worm thing and like starts stabbing at it. That's exactly what was happening in my head at the time. It was amazing. So yeah, super fun. And so again, they hollowed all this out. There's some interesting coloration in there. It looks like, I don't know if it's a part of like a release agent or something. It's kind of interesting though. This texture, Amazing. Love this texture. It looks so good. It really does. Also, note how he covers hexes, right? So it can look quite natural still and actually cover 3 hexes or 3 hexes or 3 hexes. I love that. I think that's great. As opposed to the rounded one. The inside of the mouth looks awesome. The teeth look great. They came out really nice looking, I think. Love the texture everywhere. That, again, exquisite little claw things here. Very smooth right here. Oh, I think that's still on purpose. It's kind of like this smooth, but it's kind of hard to tell on the bottom there. I love the like gaping separation and wounds and stuff like that's disgusting. And of course the rocks and stuff like that look great. You see a little bit of a mold line here to be trimmed up. But yeah, it just looks incredible. Super cool. Here's the middle part here. And again, I think it looks really nice how they filled it in. Looks good and natural. The like wearing away of the skin of it and everything is disgusting. And then of course the tail does have like a little pincer thing, which is very cool to see. I dig that. You can see it just kind of going in there, and it's gonna just disappear in just a moment. And these ripples, oh my good golly almighty, what a wonderful texture. What a cool mini. This is just fun. I love this thing. That is just awesome. I swear, these are like the coolest bosses ever. Super cool. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. And we are just going to start. That's number 3, guys. Number 4. This looks all modest. Modest and small. Okay, we got some angry people here. Some like tribal people. This looks like the Exile group, if you ask me. They're dressed just like the Exile is. Or maybe they weren't exiled, whereas he was. But, as you can tell, it's a whole bunch of smaller ones as opposed to like some kind of main one or some big boss or something like that. So you're going to have a lot of different hitboxes, and they won't even necessarily have body parts and stuff. Look at the staff on this guy. This is not attached, by the way, though you could glue it in there if you wanted. And then, of course, the skull that he's wearing looks super cool. His hand looks great. Again, base looks awesome. This, oh man, look at his cape with all these feathers on it, and then this like flat leather stuff that looks really good. It's not too thick. The rune on this like skeleton thing here. We got some hanging heads here. This all looks awesome. Separation here looks wonderful. So that's really nice to see. Yep, same here. A little bit of a gap fill there, but just a tiny bit. And again, the staff looks wonderful. That's just a cool mini. Man, so many. None of these are repeats either. All right, then we have this guy here. Again, this is all separate. This chain looks great. The texture here looks awesome. Love the feet. Love the head, especially with the beard and stuff. And this weapon looks freaking sick. So good. All the stitching looks good. The fur looks good. So right here on the bottom here, there's a little muddiness of the texture here. Well, I guess almost kind of in general a little bit. I mean, I guess it works, but it is... Like, you see how separate these look? Like, that looks pretty separate to me, maybe. But then you get some like this, where the separation between the two are kind of muddied, right? And then, like here, this looks very separate. But then you get over here, and they're really poking out. So, you know, the chains, I guess, kind of actually hit or miss. This is flat there, but that looks fine. It looks great. Love the pose. Super cool. All right, next up we have... this lady here who is definitely going for broke. My goodness, this is, first of all, really sharp. Second of all, quite thick. And third of all, this is a great action shot. So some interesting things to note here. The lack of detail on this side is kind of, I think it's just a mold line that might need to be cleaned up. It's kind of awkward though, I suppose, especially with like this, like, is there hair here? Like from the side of her face, she has some sideburns. It's kind of iffy there. This looks great. This little gap there. And of course the little loincloth thing staying with your legs perfectly is kind of awkward, and it looks very untextured and flat here. These pants, by the way, with the creases, look super neat. Like those little lines there like that. That looks super cool. I don't think her shirt has anything like that. But she is wearing a shirt, which is a very, again, kind of cool. And you can see the difference between her shirt and her collarbone and stuff too. This texture here looks awesome. Overall, very cool character. All right, then we got this guy here. Again, very Norse looking, like very buff. These huge scars he has, the skulls, the chains, and he's stepping off the base here and here, just very much committing his entire presence with this power stance he's got going on here. Detail level when it comes to the melting between the different parts there, you know, it's whatever. And then finally, this guy here, huge ornate double-bladed axe here, massively. Obviously, I think the leader of the clan here, much more at ease stance, just standing there. Love the wood texture here. The fur here looks really good, so I really dig that. These chains actually ended up quite well, except for this. What is going on with this one? Oh, that's why. Okay, so the chain actually ended up here, and that's not part of the chain. Okay, I was like, what the heck is that? Yeah, this bandolier stuff looks great. Man, those eyebrows and stuff look awesome. Super cool. Super cool. Another big one here. Zooming on out. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, yes, the wasp. Perfect. Love it. Let's do it. So excited for this one. I really am. Here we are. Look at that. Oh, so cool. So cool. Just awesome. The texture is amazing. First of all, a big old base and full of just amazing texture. It's going to build so well. I love these little dots stuff here. Big old like stinger thing going on here. That's just huge. Looks very natural. The face looks good if you call it a face. The body looks neat here. All these legs look awesome. The wings are very stylized, but I think they work out quite well. I think people will end up liking that. Huge gash here. Look at the difference here. I wonder why that's so big. That's kind of odd. Do you see like the little line here? And this one's like, yeah, screw you, little line. I'm doing that. Gosh, the texture. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, that's awesome. Ooh, look at that. Yummy. All right. That looks great. Love the little face there. Yeah, this guy kind of scares me a little bit. I won't lie. I won't lie. But that's all right. I want to see what is in here, just because I don't know what goes with it. Okay, that's what I thought. So these are his little guys, the little helpers, his ads that he'll put on the battlefield, I'm assuming. I don't think it starts with it, but it could. You know, I don't know. I have not fought him before, so I'm scared of him. Okay, again, bases as always look great. I love the little grub status he has, especially with his wings and his little teeth here. He wants to help. I think it'd be great if he could. he's just here to show off, right? Here to be there. All right. So that was 5. Where is 6? 6 is right here. I want to take a look. Oh, and we never saw what 21 is. So 21 will be a surprise too. They never even showed that one. Oh, okay. So I used these on one of my thumbnails once. Nobody complained, which was nice, but they had sent this to me, and this was early on, actually. I'm like, well, here's one of the enemies we have. So each one of these actually is a different pose. But I'm not too concerned about that, so I'll just glance at the other two after this one. Again, the veins and stuff like that come out great. The feet are disgusting, and I'm glad that they're as disgusting as they are. These like tentacle, oh man, you hear the texture on that? Oh, it's amazing. So they look really good there. Really, really nice. Yeah, all this muscle stuff looks great. Love their face, by the way. Huge mouth. Not textured inside, which is kind of a bummer, but I love how big it is. I think that looks awesome. And I love the asymmetry of them as well. All right, now let's take a look at the other two. This guy's more in like a movement pose here. He's kind of turned his head there. The assembly is actually the worst assembly I've seen so far when it comes to these PVC minis. That being said, it's normally just like a super glue, which means that it becomes brittle when it's cold. So stick him in the freezer if you want. You can snap his head, clean off, glue it back on. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, look at the friggin' spikes on the back of the knees. My goodness. My goodness. And then the final guy here, just kind of swirling around, not really even an attack pose at all. Just kind of happy to be there. You're going to love their face. They're so big. Their smile. Hey, guys. Awesome. All right. There's your chapter 6. I don't see a 7. Okay. I don't see an 8. I do see a 9. Interesting. Those might be repeated fights. Right, nobody said you only have to fight the broodmother once. Oh man, this guy is super cool. I'm getting tired of cutting these tapes each time. Love it. Awesome. Let's take a look. Heavy. Super heavy. This is like one of the heaviest minis I own, actually. This feels solid. This is a murder weapon. Not just in the game, you could kill a person with this. If you stored him at the top of your shelf and you had any kid under the age of 16 walk underneath and this hit him in the head, they're dead. Keep your kids safe. Don't store this deadly weapon of a guy. My goodness, oh, there's so much. Okay, all right. So first of all, the sides. Notice that they do this, and a lot of companies do. I'm okay with it, but only okay with it, with the lack of texture on the outside. So when you add stuff to the rim, you can tell the separation between the rim and then the texture that was layered on top. Love the idea of all these tentacles, though, right? So you have like the main one here, but then you also have, what, 1, 2 sub ones, and then even a smaller one right near the head. The teeth look awesome. I don't see any eyes at all, which is really creepy. Maybe that used to be an eye. Fully textured inside of their mouth. They're like in a shell or something like that. Oh my gosh, the exposed spine here is disgusting. We got little like pustules and openings, and oh man. Oh, the freaking nubs on the tail, disgusting. Love it. Oh, he looks awesome. Okay, yeah, don't mess with him. That's nasty. That's nasty. Gross. So then 10 is right here. 10's a little modest. And then we don't have an 11. We do have a 12. Oh, okay. All right. I remember this guy now. Again, the tape all the way down here. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this guy is super cool. Where did that come from? Well, where is that part of? I don't know. This is a cool freaking weapon. It's got everything he needs. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe place this somewhere interesting. Anyway, assembly-wise, okay. Maybe this is not the best assembly right here, but otherwise just fine. Love that he's holding it right against his cheek like that. This looks great. It's very nice. Love how he's holding it just to be able to release. The quiver itself could use a little bit of improvement, but oh man, that outside texture looks awesome. And I love the position of it on his body. It's not like way up here, something silly. This growth coming out looks very natural, by the way. And this bow looks interesting. I'll just keep it worded that way. Then we have like this little dog looking kind of guy thing, except minus the like cute factor and the kindness by the looks of it. Like it looks like he's almost like completely missing a tail. Maybe that's what this is for. Maybe it's like bloop. You can like see his nasty ribs. So he looks disgusting, like super gross. In which case, they won because he does look gross. Okay, another one kind of similar, just a different texture, different time. And then we have the hawk, kind of just barely hanging onto a little root thing here, which I think works, especially on the map. The feathers look wonderful, by the way, so those are very different. I like them though. They're very stylized though, so there is that. But it is cool to see a hawk, especially one that's gonna like check people's eyes out and junk. All right, so that was number 10. So let's see. There's no 11. There is a 12. Take a look at 12 here. All right. Another group of what looks like exiles. Meaner than the first one by the looks of it. Because yikes. All right. Yeah, it's got the locking lid and all that. And this still doesn't really crinkle, which is nice, of course. All right, we'll just, oh yeah, this one went to 10, right? Somehow. We'll put it in there. There you go. All right. Okay, so this is the same kind of weapon as before, but now we have a shield out now, which is cool, and a big old braid, which I love seeing the braid too, and it's super awesome. All right, here is the scythe. Love the horns, love the eyes and the mask and everything in there was super cool. So there is a little bit of a, oh no, this is a black, I thought it was a hole. I was like, oh no, a little bit of a hole. Nope, we're good. Stitching here looks great. It would have been nice to add stitching underneath it as well, if nothing else, but I don't think they care too much. All these slashes, nice to have. And then of course the bandages here. Super good looking, super cool. All right, look at the framing on this one with the heads. These heads look very well sized compared to the other one, so I like that. Again, fairly power pose there, connecting the bottom of the base there. And yeah, this looks good. This looks good. So it is attached right here as well. And she has some kind of like really cool necklacing, which I think is neat. And then we have this guy, who again looks awesome. Like some of these guys could work in like your Warhammer, Age of Sigmar kind of stuff. Looks great. Just like looks really nice. Like look at this guy. Freaking love it. Look at the freaking fur all throughout everything. That is amazing. Wow. It looks so good. Love all the different bones everywhere, by the way. This cudgel, the way it looks, very menacing. Very, very few people, I think, would like getting hit by that. The face looks good, especially coming out of the fur like that. And again, the axe is amazing, but it should be bent probably like that. That's about the only difference there. Different ways to improve. Wow, that was loud. Okay. So there is that. Let me put it on correctly. That was number 12. Okay, well, we do have a 13 and a 14 and a 15, 16 and 17, but then no 18, 19, or 20. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, let's see what's in this one. It's the worst it could be. All right. Oh, super cool. Super cool. All right, so here, I remember seeing this as well. Woo! So we got like this kind of like this witch, right? We got like a little spell book here, and she's like casting spells and being terrible and all that kind of stuff. And let's see. Hold on, wait, before I move on from that. This is okay. I was going to say it's a little melted. This is really flat. I think it would fill up. Anyway, look at this. You get this. Ugly on there, but that's fine because you're going to place yourself on there. And then I think that looks super cool. Like I really dig that. That's awesome. I love that. Again, it's something different, something unique. I really do appreciate anytime I can get that. Anytime. All right, so that is 13, 14 is right here. 14 is another big one. Take a look-see. Oh man, yep, that's fun. That's fun. And again, no glue on this one. Look at that. Oh, freaking gnarly. Ooh, 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 man. So it got the big old bulbous eyes and big old fangs here. They support it down here, which I really appreciate. It's supposed to some like obvious thing. Love the base that it pretty much comes ready to, you know, just paint up super disgusting and make it really, really nasty. You have to put like no effort into this. It just already is. You just want to color in the nastiness. Yeah, looks great. I love how scrunched up they are. Where it's even turned and stuff like that. It just looks awesome. One of my favorites. That is what that is. That is amazing. Super cool. That's 14. 15 is another small one. Oh, wow. Super small. Look at this. The little baby 15. Oh, it's so tiny. Just this guy, huh? Look at that. We even have 15 labeled there. That's kind of neat. I dig that. I dig that. Very helpful. All right. Wow, super cool. Oh, look at that. Bent blade, but holding it backwards, so that's cool. Yeah, that sucks. We'll have to do the hot water treatment, I think, to fix that. Okay, let's see. We got some throwing knives here. Love the mask plus the hood. Makes it super mysterious. Love the loincloth here. Not the back, though. This looks really plain to me. I like to see a little bit more texture put in there. Yeah, shirt looks good. Pants look good. Love that he's interacting with the terrain. Again, these blades are awesome. Just need to get that straight. I think we're good to go. Okay. So does that mean that there's another one? There is another one in here. I didn't even see. So there's 17 right here. What's in here? X. Another X one, huh? Okay, here's some spiders. And more. Wow, a ton of spiders. So here are some of the spiders that you can spawn too. Oh man, this is difficult. I hate this tape stuff, man. I tell you, it's not fun. It's not cool. This is not a pleasant experience right now. Come on. There we go. There's one. Come on. There we go. Okay. Finally was able to get one. Oh, man. Yeah, I love them. They're like little tiny versions. I dig it. It's like playing Dark Souls again. Love the texture again. That's wonderful. I love that they're hiding the connection point. That's very nice. And, of course, knowing that they have these giant fangs, stay clear of the beginning. That means I don't know what that sculpt is. Like, it's a very weird sculpt and how they filled it up and used it and stuff like that. I don't think it was originally meant for that at all. What the heck do I know? Okay, next up. We're almost done with the whole box here. Oh, wait, hold on. Another one down here, too. Oh, 7. Here's the 7. Skipped 7, guys. No fault. Ah, yes. Perfect. The Venerator. Guys, you just saw me actually paint him, and as you can see, he came out wonderful. Love this chainmail. It looks so great. Love the book. That turned out really good. The armor trim turned out really good. Everything about this, I think, looks awesome. Very, very, very nice. Love it. Still one of my favorite minis by far. Another big one. Not as big as 21, though. Not as big. Oh, big old rock monster. If you're not taped? I don't think so. I think we're good. Yes, we are good. Perfect. Oh, man. Okay. Wow. Look at this guy. He's huge. Look at the base. Come on, get out of here. Move aside. Move aside. Look at the base here with these like big old lumps of stuff here. And of course he's coming out of it. Covered with his face kind of coming out here. His face is bigger than normal, but I think that actually works. It's fitting here. He's in agony, which is fine. And again, this texture. Just awesome. All over. All over. Love the claws, the overall pose. Love the bald fist versus open hand. Yeah, all that's awesome. Super cool. Just a single mini probably here. But we'll find out here soon enough. Yes. Oh man, what the heck's going on with him? So this is interesting. It's the Exiles again, but it's just one of them. It's the guy with the fancy axe. It is bent a little bit, so we'll have to glue that. But notice his hand. Something has been going on. His whole arm. He's being like corrupted by something. I just think it's super cool to see. So he's like leaning back and he's screaming. His face looks weird now. So this big old hand. And yeah, if you try to tell him he's ugly, he's going to hit you in the head with that axe. So don't do that. Very cool. All right. So next, after that, we have 20. One more after this. One more after this. Come on. I hate these boxes. I really do. There we are. Ta-da. Oh, look at that. What is this? What is this? Interesting. Interesting. So, is it just me? Or is that the witch? That is the witch. Okay. Well, that is unexpected. There's something going on there. So she's floating, which is one thing. This looks a little silly in the back, but that's all right. Her chain is broken. She has some kind of mask here or something going on, and no staff, and her hood's down. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, it looks great. First of all, I mean, everything about it. This is skinny and all the detail levels there, and it just looks really good. But what the heck is going on? Why she gotta be like that? Maybe she's being possessed and we just have to talk her out of it. Maybe it's not even a bad thing. Guys, thanks so much again for watching with me, by the way. This has been so nice. I enjoy showing off things like this for you guys and talking through it. It's certainly not perfect. No product ever is. There's always room for improvement. But so far, I've been quite impressed with it. And again, I'll have a summary at the very end of this video for you still, too. All right. So here is the book. And again, it's got like that UV treatment, but it's not like embossed or anything like that. Oh, open her up. Love the black. Spoiler warning, this book contains mini spoilers. Okay, so mini spoilers here. Of course, look at that skull. I love it. I love it. And we're not going to look at everything here. We're just going to skip around here. This is the deep wood. More the deep wood. I think this maybe tells you a little bit about it. Oh man, I love the big piece there. You can see exactly who he's facing on the other side, which is nice. There's the Oathsworn branding. Like I said, you have that branding there. Meeting, I think, the king there, I think is who that is. There's the witch. Very, very cool. I don't know what's going on there, but he's cool. The Watchers, huh? Love that face. I really, really do. Some of the characters, some of the locations, some big introductions to some places. Oh, look, it's the same kind of mask thing. Interesting. I wonder what's going on there. There's something going on there. Look at that. That's pretty. Actually looks kind of nice. Who would have thought? There's like those shadow people again or some junk. The enemies there. Oh, cool. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is some of the community stuff. Overwhelming odds by Brandon. That's amazing. These are so cool. I love that this was actually ended up being printed and stuff. Oh, that's amazing. People did such a great job with all of this. And there's Dennis's second work there. He did great with that. Awesome. Super cool. All right. Very cool. I love that it has some text in it. I love that you can like read it and stuff like that. It makes a good coffee table kind of thing, if you ask me. All right. Now let's take a look at what is in this final box. It's a mess. I've unboxed so much stuff at this point. It's just ridiculous. It's gonna take like hours to clean up. And let's go. All right, what in God's name is this? Oh, dang. Okay, hold on. All right. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Well, that's different. Oh, dang, look at this. There's a whole freaking arm off and stuff. All right. Oh, it's heavy. What in the world? Okay. Oh, that fits in so nicely. I think the key to it fitting nicely in here is these little tiny bumps here. Like I think these little bumps here are what are really helping it. Because that's different from something like the Joan of Arc stuff. But this fits really good. Really, really good. Look, it's like ripped out these things. What in the world is going on there? Okay. Well, where to start? Let's actually start with the rock face here. Look at this thing. Let's zoom in a little bit. I mean, just a little bit. The thing's freaking huge. So as you can see, there's a face here, right? Very tormented, kind of coming out there. And then, of course, there's the it's almost like being attacked by this stuff, because this stuff is like literally wrapped around, right? And you can see he freed this arm. He actually broke this piece apart right here, which is awesome. See how it's like wrapping and bringing his arms down here, really trying to hold him down as he lumbers out of here, or he or she, I have no idea what the heck this thing is. So I love that. That's such a, I love the storytelling there. Very interesting to see that as it's being held. There's some like pop marks here and stuff. And then you have the face or whatever is going on here. Like I have no idea what this is. Very interesting to see this come out like that. Very soft details on the bottom here too. And maybe that's on purpose, kind of like almost opposite this, where it's like, you know, it looks like it's being covered in a sack almost. But this is like super, you know, veiny and noticeable, and then it gets kind of soft here. So I was kind of unsure about that bottom part. So you see here, it's actually kind of fairly defined here. then not so much here. But my goodness, look at that reach out like that. So cool. Ah, I love it. I love it. That is amazing. Okay, well, I'll catch you on the summary. How about that? All right. So, what did I think about Oathsworn? I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? I would certainly hope so. The design, the art style, the theme it exudes is just magnificent. It really, truly is. There are some wonderful examples of some really high quality stuff when it comes to either just the card separators that it comes with. I think that's awesome now that it's finally packed up. It has instructions on how to pack it up, which is nice. It has individual like baggies with the symbol of the people on it that you can keep your things in and stuff like that. All that's very, very nice. There are some oddities though too, right? I mean, we had hero trays that didn't have a locking lid, and then all of the other stuff had a locking lid. So why wouldn't the heroes have a locking lid? Or the little dimple to, keep them settled in there. Why would you not have that? Additionally, the push fit, while I think it's a great idea, and I think it works very well 95% of the time, there is that 10 to 5% time where it doesn't work super well, and really what you're requiring is that end users end up gluing it, which I have no problem with. I play Warhammer 40k. I love assembly. It's like adult Legos to me. And it's adult as in you have to like buy the glue that it gives off fumes and you have to be of age to do that. But I really do enjoy the process of building and customizing minis and stuff like that. So that's great. I don't mind that at all, but a lot of people do. And so I think that's going to be a one thing kind of holding them back a little bit. Ideally, they're glued and you just stick in the arms. And additionally, there's a few of those that are really loose. So I'm going to have to put either some magnets at the end of the day or some putty around it that'll kind of gunk it up and help keep it firm there. I'll have to figure out something around a few of those. But I love the idea. I love the concept. And I love that I can customize my mini without having a whole bunch of extra stuff I don't need. Just the arms and the weapons, and that's good enough. So that's really cool. I overall quite happy. It looks like it supports sleeved cards fairly well. Again, it always depends on the sleeves you buy. The sleeves you buy are third party. They vary in quality and thickness and size and all that jazz. And so it's hard for a company to accommodate every third party thing out there. If they made their own sleeves, then of course I think they should definitely support that. But overall, with the trays, the token inserts, great. The cardboard was very nice. Actually, I was quite impressed by that overall. The cards were a little bent. A good thickness though, so that was good. I mean, it's good quality stuff, guys. I really like it. Oh, and the boxes for the boss minis, I never do like that. And the curled papers, it's nice that they're not folded, but they're so curled and such a tight curl that it's going to take a while, if ever, to uncurl those. So kind of almost defeats the purpose of not getting it folded. But they're great quality. Like, I don't know if it's parchment or what. So overall, a mix. But by and large, very impressed with it. The mini detail is quite good. Gets a little muddy in a few spots, a little soft detail in a few spots. Especially maybe that final enemy. I don't know what his face is supposed to look like. It just seems very different than the rest of him when it comes to the details and the smoothness of it. So it'll be interesting to see what the art is on that. I can't wait. And I think that's a good unboxing. Anytime, again, that's your first experience with the game, you unbox it and you're excited to play it, that's a good unboxing. So excited to dive into this. I'll be doing that shortly. I'll let you guys know exactly what I think soon enough. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all about anything, like why I'm in the game or anything like that, feel free to comment down below and let me know. That out of the way, take care, guys.